Hello everybody, it's Julia here. I'm on my way out to get the bus, get a SEPTA bus. There are loads of Pottstown buses too, but SEPTA bus is what I need. I need to go down to Norristown. Now, thinking about the fact that I walk everywhere, I realized something. Being trans, being a woman now, I have to worry about that. To worry about my safety a lot. Now, most of the time, during the day, everything's fine. It's a nice area, we got kids running around, but at night, it can be kind of scary. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of things. This is the Salvation Army building, which is right next to me, of course. This is my apartment right there, okay? The Salvation Army building is right here. It's the local Salvation Army everything, except for the store somewhere else, but they have the shelter is over here, and everything. So most of the time people stop walking. I think there's a curfew of some sort unless people have to work, so people kind of stop walking around there by about like 11 o'clock or so. You see a lot of regular cars in that parking lot. That is where people who deliver newspapers park, and then they grab their vans and move their way out. Basically, that's around like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So there are people walking up and down here, but there's this nice fence right here, so that protects us over here. But there's this nice big light over here, so that gives me light. I had bought a one of those what's it called? One of those solar powered light systems. There were like 3 or 4 of them. That's my girl, by the way, the one up front. And this tree is gonna fall sometime. It's really old and should be taken down, but anyway, but I don't need it because that light is pretty bright. Let's walk my way around. Ooh, sun. Wow. Okay, that light up there is pretty bright. And let's walk into the sun. Woohoo! Into the sun. Beautiful day out today. Now, I don't know why this is here, but it's a cable wire. I don't know. My mail's not here yet, but that's my apartment. But I'm outside now, and here's the front of the building, but there's also a nice, right in the light, but you'll believe me, yeah, you can kind of see it up there. There's a lamppost up there, but still, I walk up and down this street. This is King Street. It's a main artery in Pottstown. It's the main way to get from the middle of town, from most of town, most of the west, most of the north side of town, to Route 100 over that way, which is about 5 blocks up or half a mile up. So it leads you up to some shopping areas up there, and leads you up to Allentown to the north, and Westchester to the south, and Exton and that way. So there's a lot of traffic on this street. But that being said, there isn't all that much traffic at night sometimes. So I'm going to take you on a walk around and show you some of the things that I worry about and don't worry about. This is another Salvation Army building. It's, I think, one of their Catholic Services buildings or something. I don't exactly know what's in there, but
there are a lot of apartment buildings on my street. Thinking that's an apartment building, that's an apartment building, that one is. There are quite a few going down that direction. So there are quite a few apartment buildings. So I'm safe to cross the street. That right there is High Street. No, that's Hanover Street. Basically, that's one of the main arteries in the town. So this is a parking lot, but a lot of people walk back and forth through here. There's a bank up that way, as you can see, the ATM thing, and there's a karate place. One of these doors is karate. I think the one that says boxing is actually karate. So at night there's some people walking around out there after like 8 o'clock. But there are lights up here, up there, up there, up there. So after at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I would have no problems walking back here. But the one problem I have in walking through here is this. The alleyway. I get kind of weary about this alleyway when walking back and forth. I really don't think it's safe. So if it's late at night, I end up walking down Hanover Street, down that way. And so I also mentioned, here's the bank, by the way. A lot of people do walk through here because it's an easy way to get from the park that's over here and the police station, or some of the restaurants over here, over to Salvation Army and everything. And some people walk through the Salvation Army parking lot back there and walk over to the other street back there. Here is High Street. Now, if you've seen any of my videos from a couple months ago, you know that this is the main throughway in Pottstown. So a lot of people are here. There are a lot of shops. There's a restaurant right there. It's a pizza place. There are more pizza places per capita in this town than almost anywhere else. There are like 26 in this small place. I am close to 3 within walking distance. So there's a park where I was doing my videos from for a little bit. This is a nice little bar. That's another thing you have to worry about. You have to worry about a lot of people, coming out of the bar, being, drunk and everything. But that's Borough Hall over there. And the Pottstown Police Department the entrance is on the other side. Now, as you can tell, we've got all these buildings in between. I might be a block away from the police station, but I'm a block away with buildings in between. So there's still a level of fear that comes. That is an old train station, and it's not used as a train station anymore. It's used as a bank, and on the other side is where our local buses stop. But that being said, there's also a court building there, a local court building in there too. But those train tracks are still used. They're used as a what's it called? As a freight line. So I hear trains coming down there all the time. But this is a road that I walk pretty regularly, and right up there at the stoplight is where I need to pick up the bus in about like 10 minutes. But down there, right there is a diner that I go to often. I like the place. It's really good. There are a couple other good restaurants. There's going to be a brew pub opening up on the street too. But the next traffic light, about a block down, is where the community college is. Now, you can tell, and that's Manatawny Street. What you can tell that's where I go to go online on the computer often. There's a building over here, and there's a building on the other side of the railroad tracks. You have to go under the tracks. There's an underpass that they built, and it's very interesting to walk through there, but it's not safe to walk through there at night. Even though it's nicely lit, it's still not safe. Plus, the walk back, I usually get kicked out at 10, and it gets dark about 6:30 now. So I have to walk up a block. I have to walk. The reason why I say there are two buildings, the one building over here has more comfortable chairs, so I usually go there. The other building has better computers, but all they have are stools. So I tend to stay over here. Also because it's safer to walk back around that way without having to walk under the underpass at 10 at night. So I walk down that way 1 block, and then that way about 2.5, 3 blocks. And it's about like right there. Over that side. So one thing that I have to learn is that, yeah, at 10 o'clock at night, there are people out on the streets. But at 11 o'clock, midnight, you don't want to walk the streets, especially as a woman. I have learned that being trans and being a woman is completely different than walking around as a man. I didn't worry about it when I walked around as a man. I really didn't. I worried more about just getting to where I'm going. Now I worry about getting to where I'm going safely. And it's something that is kind of scary. I'm thinking of buying some mace or pepper spray. I'm thinking of I'm not going to go to the diner at 2 in the morning anymore unless I have someone with me. I'm not going to go to the bar anymore unless somebody's with, at night, unless somebody's with me. But, it's just scary. But my bus is here, so I will talk to you later. Bye.